sink to the earth, fall to it, no, you will put ourselves the ground, Mister! Mister!
My hearts! Tyranny, my hearts! Yar! Take me on the topsail! Take the master's whistle! Blow to the first sky wind to get me room enough!
Good bosun! Have care! Where is the master?
I pray you stay below!
Where is the master, Wilson?
Do you not hear? You are our laborers!
Torn.
Stay in your cabins! You do assist the storm!
Nay, go and be patient.
But you see, what care these roarers for the name of king? To your cabin, silence, trouble us not!
Good, yet remember whom thou hast aboard.
None more than I love myself. You are a counselor. If you can command these elements to silence, and take a piece of the present, then I shall handle the rope no more. And if you cannot, then be thankful that you lived this long, and stay safe inside of your cabins. No, trouble us not.
I have great comfort from this woman. Methinks she hath not a drowning mark upon her. Her complexion is perfect gallows. Stand fast, good fate, to her hanging.
Yar! Down with the topsail! Bring around and try the main points! A plague upon this howling! It is louder than the terror of our office! What, again? You have a mind to see? Should we go over and drown? Pox on your boats, you bally, blasphemous, and charitable dog! Then work you then!
Hang! You horsey, insolent noise maker! We are less afraid to be drowned than thou art! Oh, lost! To prayer! Oh, lost!
Why must our mouths be cold?
King and prince in prayer. Let's assist him, for our patience is there.
I'm out of patience!
We are near the ceiling of our lives by process. This white sap rascal went down on a slide riding and blasted up 10 times.
I think she will be hanged yet, though every drop of water sware against it, and gave that widest to glut her.
God save my wife and children! Let's all sink with the king!
Let's take leave with him!
Now would I give 1,000 furlongs at sea for an acre of barren ground, long heath, brown firs, anything. The will's about be done, but I would fain die a dry death.
Tell me more.
Yes, by your word, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar. Allay them! The sky, it seems, would pour down stinking pitch, but that the sea mounting to the welkin's cheek dashes the fire out. Oh, I have suffered with those that I saw suffer a brave vessel who had no doubt some noble creature and were dashed all to pieces. Oh, the cry did knock against my very heart. Poor souls, they perished.
Be collected. No more amazement. Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day!
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art, not knowing of whence I am, nor that I am more better than Prospero, master of a full poor cell, and thy no greater father.
Were to know did never meddle with my thoughts.
'Tis time I should inform thee farther.
Here.
Lend thy hand and pluck my magic garment from me. So, lie there, my art. Wipe thou thine eyes. Have comfort. The direful spectacle of the wreck, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, I have with such provision in mine art so safely ordered that there is no soul, no, not so much perdition as an hair fitted to any creature in the vessel which thou heardst cry, which thou sawest sink. Sit down, for thou must now know farther.
You've often begun to tell me what I am, but stopped and left me to a bootless inquisition, concluding, "Stay not yet."
The hour is now come. Obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came into this cell? I do not think thou canst, for then thou wast not out 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
By what? By any other house or person?
'Tis far off and rather like a dream than an assurance that my remembrance warrants. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that tended me?
Thou hadst. And more, Miranda, but how is it that this lives in thy mind? What seest thou else in the dark backward and abysm of time? If thou rememberest aught ere thou camest here, how thou camest here thou mayest.
That I do not.
12 years since, Miranda. 12 years since thy father was the Duke of Milan and a prince of power.
Sir, are not you my father?
Thy mother was a piece of virtue, and she said thou wast my daughter. And thy father was Duke of Milan, and thou his only heir and princess, no worse it should.
Oh, the heavens! What foul play had we that we came from thence? Or, blessed was we did.
Both. Both, my girl. By foul play, as thou sayest, were we heaved thence, but blessedly hauled hither.
Oh, my heart bleeds to think of the teen that I have turned you to, which is from my remembrance. Please you farther.
My brother, and thy uncle, called Antonio, he whom, next thyself, of all the world I loved, to him put the manage of my estate, as at that time through all the signories it was the first, and Prospero, the prime duke, being so reputed in dignity, and for the liberal arts without a parallel. Those being all my study, the government I cast upon my brother, and to my state grew stranger, being transported and wrapped in secret studies. By false uncle, being once perfected how to grant suits, how to deny them, who to advance and who to trash for o'ertopping, new created the creatures that were mine, I say, or changed them, or else new formed them. Having both the key of officer and office, set all hearts in the state to a tune that pleased his ear. Thou attendest not.
Oh, that's what I do.
I pray thee, mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to closeness and the bettering of my mind by being so retired, and my false brother awaked an evil nature. He being thus lauded, like one having into truth by the telling of it, and such a sinner of his memory that he did credit his own lie. He did believe he was indeed the Duke. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, with your depthness.
Who have no screen between his part he played and him he played it for. He needs will be absolute, my lad. Be poor man. My library was dukedom large enough. Temporal royalties, he thinks me now incapable. The confederates, the king of Naples, to give him annual tribute, do him homage, subject his coronet to his crown, and bend the dukedom yet unbound. Scorn me my two most ignoble sweeping.
Oh, the heaven!
Mark his condition and the event, then tell me if this might be a brother.
I should sin to think but nobly of my grandmother. Good women have borne bad sons.
Now the condition. King of Naples, being an enemy to me inveterate, hearkens my brother's suit, which was that he, in lieu of the premises homage, I know not how much tribute, should presently extirpate me and mine out of the dukedom, and confer fair Milan with all its honors upon my brother. Whereupon, the treacherous army levied one midnight fated to the purpose did Antonio open the gates of Milan, and in the dead of darkness, the ministers to that purpose hurried thence me and thy crying self.
Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
Oh dear, they durst not. So dear the love my people bore me. Nor set a mark so bloody upon the business, but with colors fairer painted their foul ends. In few they hurried us aboard a bark, and bore us some leagues to sea, where they had prepared a rotten carcass of a boat. Not rigged, no tackle, sails, nor mast. There they hoist us to cry and seethe and roar to us, to sigh to the wind whose pity, sighing back again, did us but loving wrong.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine. Some food we had, and some fresh water that a noble Neapolitan, Gonzalo, out of her charity in being thus appointed master of this design, did give us rich garments, linens, stuffs, and necessaries, which since have steadied much. So her gentleness, knowing that I loved my books, she furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might but ever see that woman?
Now I arise, sit still, and hear the last of our sea sorrow. Here in this island we arrived, and here have I, thy schoolmaster, made me more prophet than others queens ten that have more time, for vainer hours and tinkers not so care.
Heaven's thanked for it. And now I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating in my mind your reason for raising this sea store.
No less far forth. By accident most strange, bountiful fortune, now my dear lady, hath mine enemies brought to this shore. And by my prescience I find that my zenith doth depend upon a most auspicious star, whose influence, if now I court not but omit, my fortunes will ever after truth. Here, cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. It is a good dullness. Give it way. I know thou canst not choose. Come away, servant. Come. I am ready now. Approach, my Ariel. Come.
All hail, great master, great Sir Hail. I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the pearl clouds, to thy strong bidding task, Ariel, and all their quality.
Hast thou, spirit, performed to point the Tempest that I bade thee?
To every article. I boarded the king's ship. Now on the beak, now in the waist, the neck, in every cabin I flamed amazement. Sometime I divide and burn in many places. On the topmast, the guards and bowsprit would I flame distinctly. Then meet and join Jove's lightnings, the precursors of the dreadful thunderclaps, more momentary and sight outrunning were not. The fire and cracks of sulphurous roaring, the most mighty Neptune seemed besiege, and make his bold waves tremble, yet his dread trident shake.
My brave spirit, who was so firm, so constant that this coil would not infect his reason.
Not a soul but felt a fever of the mad, and played some tricks of desperation. All but mariners plunged in the foaming brine and quit the vessel. Then all will fire with me. The king's son, Ferdinand, with hair upstaring, was the first man that leaped, crying, "Hell is empty, and all the devils are here!"
But are they, Ariel, safe?
Not a hair perished. On their sustaining garments, not a blemish but fresher than before, and as thou badest me in truce, I had dispersed them out the isle. The king's son have I landed by himself.
Of the king's ship, the mariners, say how thou wast disposed, and all the rest of the fleet.
Safely in harbor is the king's ship. In that deep nook there she hid. The mariners all under hatches stowed. With a charm joined to their suffered labor, I have left asleep. And for the rest of the fleet, which I dispersed, they all have met again, and are upon the Mediterranean float, bound sadly home for Naples, supposing they saw the king's shipwrecked, and his great person perish.
Ariel, thy charge exactly is performed. Up is your work. What is the time of the day?
Past the mid-season?
At least 2 glasses. The time twixt 6 and now must by us both be spent most preciously.
Is there more toil? Since thou just give me pains, let me remember thee what thou hast promised, which is not yet performed me.
How now? Moody, what is it thou canst demand?
My liberty?
Before the time be out, no more.
I pray thee remember, I have done thee worthy service, served with our grudge or grumblings? Thou didst promise to bait me a full year.
Hast thou forgotten from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou liest, malignant thing. Hast thou forgot the foul witch Sycorax? Hast thou forgot?
No, sir.
Thou hast. Where was she born? Speak, tell me.
Sir, in Argier.
Was she so? I must once in a month recount what thou hast been. Thou, this damned witch Sycorax, from mischiefs manifold and sorceries terrible thou knows, was banished. For one thing she did, they would not take her life. Is not this true?
Aye, sir.
This blue-eyed hag was hither brought with child, and here was left by the sailors. Then, my minion, thou wast her servant, and for thou wast a spirit too delicate to act her earthly and abhorred commands, refusing her grand hests, she did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift in prison thou didst painfully remain 12 years, within which space she died and left thee there. Then was this island, save for the child she did litter here, not honored with a human shape.
Yes, Caliban, her son.
Don't think I say so. He, that Caliban, now I keep in service. Thou best knowest what a torment I did find thee in. Thy groans did make wolves howl, and penetrated the breasts of ever-angry bears. It was a torment to lay upon the damned, which Sycorax could not again undo. It was mine art, when I arrived and heard thee, that made gape the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
If thou more murmurest, I'll rend an oak and peg thee in his knotty entrails till thou hast howled away 12 winters.
Pardon, master, I will be correspondent to command and do my spiriting gently.
Do so. And after 2 days, I will discharge.
That's my noble master. What shall I do? Say what? What shall I do?
Go, make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be subject to no sight but thine and mine, invisible to every eyeball else. Go, take the shape and hither coming. Go hence with diligence.
My lord, it shall be done.
Hello. Awake, dear heart. Awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
But strangeness of your story, the happiness in me.
Shake it off. Come on. We'll visit with Caliban, my thrall, who never yields us kind answer.
He's a villain, sir, I do not love to look on.
But as 'tis, we cannot miss him. He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves in offices that profit us. What-ho, thrall! Caliban! Thou earth, thou speak!
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say, there's other business to thee. Come, thou tortoise, when? Poisonous snake, got by the devil himself upon my wicked dam. Come forth!
As wicked do, as ere my mother brushed with raven's feather from unwholesome fen, drop on you both.
For this be sure. Tonight thou shalt have craps.
This island is mine, by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou strokest me, and made much of me, and would give me water with berries in it, and would teach me how to name the greater light and the less that burn by day and night. And I loved thee, and I showed thee all the qualities of this isle. Cursed be I that did so. Here you do sign me in this hard rock, and do keep from me the rest of the island.
Sly villain, who strikes thee not kindness. I use thee, filth as thou art, with human care, and lodge thee in mine own cell, till thou didst seek to violate the honor of my child.
Oh, would it have been done? I peopled else this isle with Caliban.
Abhorrent wretch, out of whom no prince of goodness could take thee so capable of all this. I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or other. Thy vile soul, though thou didst learn, had that in it which good natures could not abide to be with. Therefore wast thou deservedly confined into this rock, who hadst deserved more than a prison.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is that I know how to curse. The Red Plague rids you for learning me your language.
Fetch a St. Fuel and me. Thou art best to intend to our business. If thou neglectest, or dost unwillingly what I command, I'll rack thee with old grass, fill all thy tongues with aches, and make thee roar that thee shall tremble at thy kin.
I must obey. His arts is of such great power and control. My damn god Sabatos and make a vassal of him.
So that chance.
Where should this music be? In the air or the earth?
It.
Sounds no more. Sure it waits upon some god on the island. Sitting on a bank, weeping again the king, my father's wreck. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I have followed it. It had drawn me, rather. But 'tis gone. No, it begins again.
Both happen fine, thy father flies of his songs are coral made. Those are pearls that were desires, nothing that doth fade. But to just suffer us see, changes to something written straight. Seems our evening is now. Now I hear them ding-dong bell.
Oh, the Diddy does remember my drowned father. This is no mortal business, nor no sympathy or those. I hear now about me.
Fringed curtains of that eye advance, and say what thou seest yon.
What is? A spirit? Lord, how it looks about. Believe me, sir, it carries a great form, but 'tis a spirit.
No, wench. It eats and breathes, hath senses such as we have. Well, this gallant which thou seest was in the wreck, and but he something stained with grief that's beauty's canker. One might say he was a goodly person. He had lost his fellows and strays about to find them.
I might call him a thing divine, for nothing natural I ever saw so.
Cause all I see is my soul plumps it. Sir, fine spirit, I'll free thee within 2 days for this.
Oh, sure. The goddess on whom these airs attend. Vouchsafe my prayer, may know if you remain upon this island, and that you will some good instruction give how I may bear me here. Oh. My prime request, which I do last pronounce, is, oh, you wonder if you be made or no.
No wonder, sir, but certainly a maid.
My language. Heavens. I am the best of them that speak this speech, were I but where 'tis spoken.
How the best? What wert thou if the king of Naples heard thee?
Single thing as I am now that wonders to hear thee speak of Naples. He does hear me, and that he does I weep. Myself am Naples, who with mine eyes not sent at ebb, beheld the king my father wrecked.
What for mercy?
Yes, faith with me, and all his lords. The Duke of Milan and his brave son being twain.
The Duke of Milan and his more braver daughter could control thee if now 'twere fit to do it. Her sight changed eyes. Delicate Ariel, I'll pray thee for this. A word, good sir. I fear you have done yourself some wrong. A word.
Why speaks my father so ungently? This is the third man that e'er I saw, the first that e'er I sighed for. I knew my father to be inclined my ways.
If a virgin in your affection not gone forth, I'll make you the queen of Naples.
Soft, sir. One word more, I charge thee. Thou attendest on me. It's not us here usurp the name thou owest not, and have been put upon this island as a spy, to win it from me, the lord of it.
No, as I am a man.
Nothing ill can dwell in such a temple. If the spirit of so fair, how split these loose threats of it?
Follow me and speak not for him. He's a traitor. Come, I'll manacle thy neck and feet together. Sea water shalt thou drink. Thy food shall be the fresh brook mussels, withered roots and husks were in the acorn cradled. Come, follow.
No. I will resist such entertainment till mine enemy has more power.
No, dear father, make not too rash trial with him. He's gentle and not fearful.
What I say, my foot, my tutor? Put thy sword up, traitor, that makes the show but darest not strike. For I can disarm thee with this stick and make thy weapon drop.
Beseech you, father.
Heads hang not on my guard.
Sir, how petty I'll be in shivers.
Silence! One word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee. Hush! Think'st thou that there are no such other shakes as this, having seen but him in Caliban? To the most of men this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
Come on, obey. Thy nerves are in their infancy again, have no vigor in them.
So they are. My spirit is in a dream or all wound up. My father's loss, weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I have subdued, are but light to me. Might I, but once a day, through my prison, behold such a maid. All corners else of the earth, let liberty make use of. Space enough have I in such a prison.
Works. Come on. Thou hast done well, fine Arian. Follow me. Hark what thou shalt do me.
Be of comfort. My father's of a better nature, sir, to give hears thy speech. This is unwanted, which shall be prevented.
Thou shalt be free as mountain winds, only yet exactly do all points like that.
To the syllable.
Come, follow. Speak not for him.
It seeks you, sir, be married. You had cause, as have we all, of joy, for our escape is much beyond our loss. On a hint of waters, huddling. Every day some sailors, the masters of a merchant, and the merchant have just our theme of woe. But for the merit, underneath our preservation, you and millions can stick like us. Then wisely, good sir, wait on a sorrow with our comfort.
Prithee, peace.
He receives comfort like cold porridge.
The visitor will not give him over so.
Look, she's winding up the watch of her wit. By and by will strike. Sir, one tell.
When every grief is entertained that is offered, comes to the entertainer
A dollar.
Dolor comes to him indeed. You have spoken truer than you purposed.
You have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lord,
My prithee, spare.
proud, I had done. And yet, though this island seemed to be desert, uninhabitable and almost inaccessible, it must needs be of subtle, tender, and delicate temperance. Here is everything advantageous to life.
True. They means to live.
Of that there's none, or little.
How lush and lusty the grass looks, how green.
The ground indeed is taut.
With an eye of green it.
She misses not much.
No, she doth but mistake the truth totally.
But the rarity of it is, which is indeed almost beyond credit,
As many thatched rarities are.
that our garments, seeing as they were drenched in the sea,
whole notwithstanding their freshness and glosses, being rather new-dyed than stained with salt water.
Oh, if but one of her buckets could speak, would it not say she lies?
I very falsely pocket up her report.
methinks our garments are as fresh as the day we put them on first in effort, at the marriage of the king's fair daughter Clarabelle to the King of Tuits. Is not, sir, my doublet as fresh as the first day I wore it? I mean, in a sword.
That sword was what Elfish for.
When I wore it at your daughter's marriage.
You cram these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I had never married my daughter there? For coming thence my son is lost, and in my rate she too, who is so far from Italy removed, I never again shall see her. O thou mine heir of Naples and of Milan, what strange fish hath made its deal on thee?
Sir, he may live. I saw him beat the surges under him and ride upon their backs, his bold head above the contentious waves he kept, and oared himself with his good arms and lusty stroke to shore. I not doubt he came alive to land.
No, no, he's gone.
Sir, you may thank yourself for this great loss. That would not bless our Europe with your daughter.
Prithee, yes.
You were knelt to and importuned otherwise by all of us, and the fair soul herself. We have lost your son, I fear, forever. Milan and Naples have more widows in them of this business is making than we bring men to comfort them. The fault, is your own.
So is the dearest of the lost.
My lady Sabrina, the truth you speak doth lack some gentleness and time to speak it in. You rub the sore when you should bring the plaster.
Very well.
It is foul weathering called, sir, when you are cloudy.
Foul weather.
Very foul.
Had I plantation of this isle, my lord, and were queen on it, what would I do?
Escape being drunk for want of wine.
In the Commonwealth, I would by contraries execute all things, for no kind of traffic would I admit. No name of magistrate. Letters should not be known. Riches, poverty, use of service, none. No use of metal, corn, or wine, or oil. No occupation. All men idle, all. And all women, too, though innocent and pure. No sovereigns.
Yet she would be queen on.
The latter end of her commonwealth forgets the beginning.
All things in common nature should produce without sweat or endeavor. But nature should bring forth of its own kind all poison, all abundance to feed my innocent people. I would with such perfection govern, sir, to excel the golden age. God save her majesty!
Long live Gonzala!
And
Do you mark me, lord?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
I do well believe your highness.
and then to minister occasion to these gentlefolk, who have such sensible and nimble lungs that they always use to laugh at nothing.
'Twas you we laughed at.
In this kind of merry fooling am nothing to you. So you may continue and laugh at nothing still.
What a blow was there given!
And it had not fallen flat long.
You are gentlefolk of brave mettle. You would lift the moon out of her sphere if she would continue in it but 5 weeks without changing.
We would so, and then go a bat fouling.
Ay, good my lady, be not angry.
No, I warrant not. I will not adventure my discretion so weakly. Will you laugh me asleep? For I am very heavy.
Go sleep and hear us. What? She's so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would, with themselves, shut up my thoughts. I find they are inclined to do so.
Please, you, sir, do not omit the heavy offer of it. It seldom visits sorrow, and when it does, it is a printer.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest, and watch your safety.
Thank you. Wondrous heavy.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not then our eyelids sink? If I not myself disposed to sleep.
Nor I.
My spirits are nimble.
They fell together all as by consent. They dropped as by a thunderstroke. What might? Worthy Sabrina. Oh, what might? No more. And yet, methinks I see it in thy face. What thou shouldest be. The occasion speaks thee, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou waking?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do. And surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speakst out of thy sleep.
Well, Sabrina, thou lettest thy fortune sleep, die rather, wakest whilst thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am more serious than my custom. You must be so too. If heat me wish to do, travels thee over.
Well, I am standing water.
I'll teach you how to float.
Please you? Say on. The setting of thine eye and cheek doth proclaim a matter from thee, and a birth indeed which throws thee much to yield.
Thus, madam, although this lady of weak remembrance, this who shall be of as little memory when she is earth, hath here almost persuade, she is a spirit of persuasion, only professes to persuade the king his son's alive. 'Tis as impossible that he's undrowned, and she that sleeps here swims.
I have no hope that he's undrowned.
Oh, out of that, no hope. What great hope have you? No hope that way. Another way, so high your hope, that even ambition cannot pierce a wink beyond. Without discovery there, will you grant with me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is queen of Tunis. She that dwells 10 leagues beyond man's life. She that from Naples can have no notes. Oh, that's the sun we're post? The man of the moon's too slow. She that from whom we all were sea swallowed. Though some cast again, and by that destiny to perform an act, whereof what's past, it's prologue. What to come in yours and my discharge.
What's up with this? How say you? 'Tis true, my brother's daughter's queen of Tunis. So is she heir of Naples. Twixt which regions there is some space.
A space whose every cubit seems to cry out, how shall that Clarabelle measure us back to Naples? Keep into it, and that's Wait! Saying this were death that now hath ceased to them.
Why, they were no worse than now they are. There be that can rule Naples better than he that sleeps. Oh, that you bore the mind that I do. What a sleep were this for your advancement. Will you understand?
Methinks I do.
And how does your content tender your own good fortune?
I remember you did supplant your brother Prospero.
True. And look how well my garments sit upon me, much fitter than before. My brother's servants were then my fellows. Now they are my men.
But for your conscience,
Aye, madame, where lies that? If 'twere a card, 'twould put me to my slipper, but I feel not this dainty in my bosom. Here lies your brother, no better than the earth he lies upon. If he were that which now he's like, at dead, and I with this obedient steel, 3 inches of it, can lay to bed forever. Whilst you, doing thus to the perpetual wink, for I might put this ancient morsel, this Madam Prudence, who should not upbraid our horse. For all the rest, they'll tell the flock to any business that we say befits the hour.
thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou got'st Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword. One stroke shall free thee from the tribute which thou payest, and I, the queen, shall not thee.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like to follow our voice.
Oh, but one word. Oh, my master through his art perceives the danger that you, his friend, are in, and sends me forth, or else his project dies, to keep them living. While you here do snoring lie, open-eyed conspiracy, his time doth take. If of life you keep a care, shake off slumber and beware, awake, awake.
And let us both be sudden.
Now, good angels, preserve the king!
What? How? No. Oh, wait! What? Why are you drawn? Wherefore this ghastly looking?
What's the matter?
Oh, we stood here, securing your repose. Even now, we heard a hollow burst of bellowing, like balls. Our alliance didst not wake you. It struck mine ear most terrible.
I heard nothing. Halt! 'Twas the din to fright a monster's ear, to make an earthquake. Sure, it was the roar of a whole herd. I heard you this, Gonzalo?
On my honor, sir. I heard a humming. Strange kind of humming at that, which did awake me. I shaked you, sir, and cried. As mine eyes opened, I saw their weapons drawn. There was a noise, that's verily. 'Tis best we stand on our guard, or that we quit this place.
Lead off this round, and let's make further search for my poet's thumb.
Heavens keep him from these beasts, for he is sure in the island.
Lead away.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, king, go safely on to seek thy son.
All the infections that the sun sucks up from bogs, fens, flats, on Prosper fall and make him by inch meal a disease. His spirits hear me, and yet I needs must curse. But they'll nor pinch, nor frighten me with urchin shows, nor lead me like a firebrand in the dark out of my way, unless he bid them. For every little trifle they set upon me, sometimes with apes that moo and chatter at me and after bite me. Then, like hedgehogs that lie tumbling in my barefoot way and melt their pricks at my footfalls. Sometimes am I all wound with adders who with cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Lo, now, lo, here comes a spirit of his to torment me for bringing my wood in slowly. I shall fall flat. Perchance he will not mind me.
Take that.
It's neither bush nor shrub to bear off any weather at all. And another storm brewing. I hear it singing in the wind. Yonder same black cloud, yonder huge one, looks like a foul bombard that would shed his liquor. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. Yon same cloud cannot choose but fall by pale foes. What have we here? A man? Or a fish? Dead? Or alive? A fish. He smells like a fish. It's a very ancient and fish-like smell. A strange fish. Were I in America now as once I was, and had but this fish painted, not a holiday fool there would spare a piece of silver. There would this monster make a man! Ha! Any strange distraction there makes a man. When they will not spare a coin to relieve a lame beggar, they will lazy up 10 for rotten entertainment. Legged like a man, and his fins like arms. Warm on my troth. I do now that loose my opinion holds it no longer. This is no fish, but an islander that hath lately suffered by a thunderbolt. Alas, the storm has come again. My best way is to creep under his gabardine. There is no other shelter hereabouts. Misery acquaints a man with strange bedfellows.
Listen to it.
I will here shroud till the dregs of the storm be past.
I don't know what to see. Here I shall die ashore. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a woman's funeral. Well, here's my comfort.
Do not torment me!
Have we devils here? I am not escaped drowning to be afeard now of your 4 legs. This is some monster of the idol with 4 legs, who have got, as I take it, an ague. Where the devil should he learn our language? He shall taste of my bottle, if it be but for that. If I can recover him and keep him tame, he's a present for any emperor that ever trod on neat's lavender.
Oh, do not torment me! I shall bring my wood home faster.
He's in his fit now and does not talk after the wisest. I will give him some relief. If you have never drunk wine afore, we'll go near to remove his fits.
Thou dost me little hurt yet, but thou will anon. I know it by thy trembling prosper works upon thee.
Come on your ways. Open your mouth. Here's that which will give language to you, cat. Open your mouth. This'll shake your shaking. I can tell you, and that sounded.
I should know that voice. It should be, but she's drowned and these are devils. Oh, defend me!
and 2 voices. A most delicate monster. His forward voice now is to speak well of his friend. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches that to detract. If all the wine in my bottle will recover him, I will help his ague. Come, amen. I will pour some in thy other mouth. Stephanie! Dost thou other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy. This is a devil and no monster. I will leave him. Stephanie!
If thou please, Stephanie, touch me and speak to me, for I am Trinculo, be not to fear. My good friend Trinculo.
If thou beest Trinculo, come forth. I will pull these by the legs of the legends. Any be Trinculo's legs? These are legs. Thou art very Trinculo indeed! How camest thou to be the siege of this mooncalf? Can he vent Trinculo's?
I took him to be killed with a thunderstroke. But art thou not drowned, Stephanie? I hope now thou art not drowned. Is the storm overblown? I hid me under the dead mooncalf's gabardine in fear of the storm. And art thou living, Stephanie? Oh, Stephanie, to the apology escape!
Do not turn me about. My stomach is not constant.
These be fine things, and if they be not sprites, that's a brave goddess and their celestial liquor. I will kneel to her.
How didst thou escape? I escaped upon a butt of sack, which the sailors heaved overboard by this bottle, which I made of the bark of a tree with mine own hands, since I was cast ashore.
I will swear upon that bottle to be her true subject.
Here, swear then how thou escapest.
I swim ashore, woman, like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be slow.
Oh, here is the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
Stephanie, hast thou any more beef?
The whole man. My cellar is in a rock by the seaside, where my wine is hid. How now, Mooncat? How decided you?
Hast thou not dropped from the heavens?
Out of the moon, I do assure thee, I was the woman in the moon when time was.
I have seen thee in her, and I do adore thee.
Come, swear to that. Kiss the book. I will furnish the nun with new content. Swear.
I will show thee every fertile inch of the island, and I will kiss thy foot. I prithee, be my goddess.
Why, this life's a most perfidious and drunken monster. When's goddess is asleep, he'll rob her bottle.
I will swear to be thy true subject, and I will kiss thy foot.
A most stern monster. I could find in my heart to beat him.
Come, down and swear.
But that the poor monster is in drink.
Come, kiss.
I will show thee the best springs, and I'll pluck thee berries, and I'll fish for thee, and I'll get thee wood enough. It's a plague upon the tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks. Follow thee instead, thou wondrous woman.
A most ridiculous monster to make a wonder of a poor drunkard.
Well, I'll follow me.
I prithee, lead the way without any more talking. Trinculo! The king in all our company, else be drowned. We will inherit here. Here, bear my bottle, fellow Trinculo. We'll fill him by and by again.
Farewell, master. Farewell. Farewell.
Howling monster! A drunken monster!
No more dens I'll make for fish. Nor fetch and firing at requiring no trick for to wash fish. And the caliber. And the new master. Get a new man. freedom!
Patient.
Freedom! Freedom!
Brave master, lead the way!
Their beasts whose sports are painful. Their labor, delight in them sets off. Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone. Most poor matters point to regent. This my mean task would be as heavy to me as odious. The mistress which I serve quickens what's dead, turns my labors into pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father's craft, and he's composed of harshness. I must remove some thousands of these logs, pile them up upon a soaring junction. Mistress weeps when she sees me work and says, such baseness had never liked executor. And forgets. But these sweet thoughts do refresh my labors, host busy lest when I do it.
No, free, work not so hard. Like we had burnt up the fox that you were in those kind of pray, set it down and rest you. When the sun so late for having wearied you, lift up into it and bring on best yourself. You stay for me 3 hours.
Oh, dear mistress, the sun shall set before I will discharge what I must strive to do.
You'll sit down. I'll walk the bottom.
No,
Hey, give me that. I'll make the pile.
no, you creature. I would rather crack my sinews, break my back, than watch you such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It should become me as well as it does you, and I should do with much more ease. For my good will is to it, and yours it is against.
Arts infectant. This visitation shows it.
You look wearily.
Oh, no, noble mistress. 'Tis fresh warning with me when you are by at night. I do beseech you, chiefly that I might send in my prayers. Listen, babe.
Miranda. Oh, I promise to say so.
Admired Miranda. Indeed, the top of admiration. Worth what's most precious to the world. Oh, you, so perfect and so fearless, are created of every creature's best.
I do not know one of my sex. No woman's face remembers, save from my glass, mine own. Nor have I seen more that I may call men than you, good friend, and my dear father. How features are abroad, I am skilless of. But by my modesty, the jewel in my tower, I would not wish any companion in the world but you, nor can imagination shake besides yourself to like of.
And in my condition of prince, Miranda, I would think a king. I would, so. Hear my soul speak. The very instant that I saw you, did my heart fly to your service. There resides to make me slave to it. And for your sake, I am this patient logman.
Do you love me?
You want all of it. What else in the world? You love props. Honey.
I am full to weep with glad of.
Counter the two most rare affections. Heaven's rain grace on that which breeds between them.
Wherefore with you?
At my unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give, and much less take what I shall die to want. But this is trifling, hence special cunning and prop to be played in holy innocence. And your wife, if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your servant to be, your fellow you may deny me. But I'll be your servant whether you will or no.
Vicious, dearest, and I was humble ever.
Husband, then,
The hardest willing bondage e'er of freedom, is my next.
and mine with my heart, and farewell till half an hour hence.
Thousands.
Glad this day I cannot be who are surprised withal. My rejoicing at nothing can be more. Up to my books, yet ere supper time must I perform much business appertaining.
Bye.
Well, the sun is out, we will drink water, none is drunk before. Drink, service monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
And where should they be set else? He were a brave monster indeed when he set his tail.
My man monster hath drowned his tongue in sack. For my part, the sea cannot drown me. By this light thou shalt be my lieutenant monster, or messenger.
Your lieutenant, if you list. He's no standard.
Mooncalf! Speak once in thy life if thou beest a good mooncalf!
Who does thy honor? Like you like that shoe? I'll not, sir. He's not valiant.
Thou liest, most ignorant monster! Why, thou debauched fish, thou! Was there ever man a coward that hath drunk so much sack as I today? Wilt thou tell another monstrous lie, being half a fish and half a monster?
Whoa, hungry watchman. Oh, what, my lady?
Lady, quoth he, that a monster could be such a natural.
Whoa, again. Whack him to death, I forbid.
Shrink you up! Keep a good tongue in thy head. The poor monster's my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity.
I thank my noble lady. Will thou be pleased once again to hearken to the suit that I made to me?
Ah, Mary, I will kneel and repeat it. I will stand, and so shall Trinculo.
I told thee I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer who by his cunning had cheated me of the island.
Thou liest!
Thou liest, thou jesting winky thou! I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo! Keep a good tongue in thy head. Like this hand, I will glance through your teeth.
Why? I said nothing.
Among them, and no more. Proceed.
As I told thee, by sorcery he's got this island. For me he's got it. Canst thou honor with a vision upon it? I know thou darest. But this thing dares not.
That's absurd.
Thou shalt be lady of it, and I shall serve thee.
How now shall this be compassed? Canst thou bring me to the party?
Yea, I can yield you to him asleep where thou mayest knock him down to his feet.
Thou liest, thou
What I beneath this, thou starving cat! I beseech thy honor to give them blows and take from him his bottle.
canst not. Trinculo! Run into no further danger. Interrupt the monster one word further, and by this hand I'll turn my mercy at a door and make a starfish of thee.
Why? What did I did nothing. I'll go further off.
Dost thou not say he lies? Thou liest!
Oh.
Do I so? Take that!
I did not give the lie. Are your wits and bearing too? A poxy a bottle, a murrain on your monster, and the devil take your fate.
Now, forward with your tale.
Prithee, stand farther!
Beat him know nothing after a little time. I'll beat him too.
Stand farther!
Come, where's Steve?
As I told thee, it is custom with him in the afternoon to sleep. There, thou mayst bring him. But remember first to possess his books, for without them he is but a sot, as I am, and hath not one but spirit's command, for they all do hate him as rootedly as I do. Bring first his books.
Monster, I will kill this man.
And I shall be queen and shrink you out,
And thyself shall be destroyed. Just thou like the plot, shake you out.
Excellent.
Give me thy hand.
I am sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head.
When this half an hour will he be asleep? Well, I'll destroy him then.
Aye, on mine honor. This is what I tell my master.
Oh, thou makest me merry. I'm full of pleasure. Let's be jumping.
What is this?
This is the tune played by the picture of... Nobody?
Oh, not feared.
No, monster, not I.
Be not afeared. The isle is full of noises and sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments do hum about mine ears.
This shall prove a great kingdom to me, where I shall have my music for nothing.
When Prospero is the sheriff.
That shall be
By and by, I remember the story.
The sound is going away. Let's follow it and after you all.
lead, monster.
Will follow. I would have see this taperer. He lays it under the middle.
Fire, Hackensack. I can go no further. By your patience, I must needs rest me.
Old lady, I cannot blame thee, who am myself attached with weariness to the dulling of my spirit. Sit down and rest. Even here, I will put off my hope and keep it no longer for my flatterer. He is drowned whom thus we stray to find, and the sea mocks our frustrate search on land. Well, let him go. I am right glad that he's so out of hope, not for one repulse forgo the purpose that you resolved to effect.
The next advantage will we take freely.
Let it be tonight, for now they are oppressed with travel. We will not, cannot use such vigilance as when they are fresh.
I say, tonight, no more.
What harmony is this? My good friends, hark!
Marvelous, sweet music.
Lisa.
Give us time, keepers. Heavens, what were these?
A living drollery. Now I will believe that there are unicorns.
And what dost else want credit? Come to me, and I'll be forth is through.
The Naples ought to report this now. Would they believe me? If I should say I saw such islanders. For certes, these are people of the island, who, though they are of monstrous shitty, yet note, their manners are more gentle kind than of our human generation you shall find many. Nay, almost any.
Honest lady, thou hast said well. Some of you there present are worse than devils.
I cannot too much muse such shapes, such gesture, and such sound, expressing, although they want the use of tongue, a kind of excellent dumb discourse.
They have left their vines behind. For we have stomachs. Will please you taste of what is here?
Not I.
Faith, sir, you need not fear.
I will stand to and feed, although my last. No matter, since I feel the best is past. Sister, my lord the Duke, stand to and do as we.
You are free of sin, oh destiny, that have to instrument this lower world. What is it? The never serpent sea have caused to belch up you. And on this island, where man does not inhabit you, most men be most unfit to live. I have made you mad, and even with such like valor, men hang and drown their proper selves. You fool. I and my fellows are ministers of fate. The elements of whom your swords are tempered may as well be without wings. Locked out staff killed the still closing waters, as to finish one dowel that's in my pool. My fellow ministers are like invulnerable. But remember, for that's my business to you, that you three from Milan to plant good cross-throw. Exposed unto the sea, which hath put his hand, and his always child, for which thou deed the powers, delaying, not forgetting, having sense, the seas and shores, yea, all the creatures against your peace. Of thy son, Alonso, he hath bereft, and deep pronounced by me, lingering perdition, worse than any death can be at once, shot step by step, attend you and your ways. Strapped to guard you from which here, in this most desolate isle, else falls upon your heads, is nothing but heart sorrow, and a clear life ensuing.
Figure this heartbeat almanac in my area. My instructions, so as nothing baited in what thou hadst to say. That with my high job is hold, and these thine enemies are all lit up in their distractions. They are in my power, and in these fits I leave them, to visit with young Ferdinand, whom they suppose is drowned, and his and my beloved darling.
Why stand you in this strange stare, sir?
Oh, it is monstrous, monstrous! Methought the billows spoke and told me of it. The winds did sing it to me, and the thunder, that deep and dreadful organ pipe, pronounced the name of Prosper. It did base my trespass. Therefore, my son in the ooze is bedded, and I'll seek him deeper than air plummet sounded, and with him there lie money.
But one fiend at a time, I'll fight their legions o'er.
I'll be thy second.
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison given to work a great time after, now begins to bite the spirits. I must then follow them swiftly and hinder them from what this ecstasy may now provoke them to.
I have too austerely punished you. Your compensation makes amends. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love. Thou hast strangely stood the test here. Afore heaven I ratify this, my rich gift. Ferdinand, do not smile at me that I boast her off. Thou shalt find she will outstrip all praise and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it against an oracle.
And as my gift, and thine own acquisition worthily purchased, take my daughter. But if thou dost break her virgin knot before all sanctimonious ceremonies, nay, with full and holy rite be ministered, no sweet aspersion shall the heavens let rain upon this contract to make it grow. Therefore take heed, as Hymen's lamp shall light you.
As I hope for quiet days, fair issue, and long life, with such love as is now, the murkiest den, the strongest suggestion, the most opportune place, a worser genius can shall never melt mine honor into lust as to take away the edge of that day's celebration.
Fairly spoke. Sit then and talk with her. She is thine own. What, Ariel? My industrious servant Ariel.
What would my potent master? Here I am.
Thou and thy meaner fellows your last service did worthily perform, and I must use you in such another trick. Go bring hither the rabble over whom I give thee power, here to this place. Incite them to some quick motion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise. They expect it from me.
Before you can say come and go and breathe twice and cry so, each one tripping on his toe will be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master, no?
Dearly, my delicate Ariel. Do not approach till thou dost hear me call.
Well, I conceive.
Look thou be true. Do not give dalliance too much the ready. The strongest oaths are but straw to the fire mud. Be more abstemious, or else good night your vow.
I warrant you, sir. The white virgin snow upon my heart abates the ardor of my liver.
Well, now come, my Ariel, bring the corollary. Rather than want a spirit appear and pertly. No tongues, all eyes, be silent.
Ceres, most bounteous lady, thy rich lees of wheat, rye, barley, vetches, oats, and peas, thy turfy mountains where live nibbling sheep, and thy flat meads thatched with stover them to keep, thy banks with pioned and twilled brims, which spongy April at thy hest betrays, to make cold nymphs chaste crowns, and thy broom groves, whose shadow the dismissive bachelor loves, being last lord, thy pole-clipped vineyard, and thy sea-marge sterile and rocky hard, where thou thyself dost err. Queen of the sky, whose watery arch and messenger am I, bids thee leave these, and by her sovereign grace, here on this grass plot in this very place, to come and sport. Her peacocks fly amain, approach rich Ceres, her to entertain. Hail, many-colored messenger, that ne'er dost disobey the wife of Jupiter, who with thy saffron wings upon thy flowers diffuses honey drops, refreshing showers, and with each end of thy blue bow dost crown my bosky acres and my own shrub down. Rich scarf to my proud earth, why hath thy queen summoned me hither to the short grass green? A contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to estate upon the blessed lovers. Tell me, heavenly bow, if Venus or her son, as thou dost know, do now attend the queen? Since they did plot the means that dusky disk my daughter got, her black boy scandal company I have forsworn. But for society be not afraid, I have met her deity, cutting the clouds towards Paphos and her son, dove drawn with her here, thought they to have done some wanton charm upon this man and maid, whose vows are that no bed right shall be paid, till Hymen's torch be lighted. But vain, Mars' hot minion is returned again. Her waspish-headed son has broke his arrows, swears he will shoot no more, but play with sparrows and be a boy record. Highest queen of states, great Juno comes. I know her by her gait.
How does my bounteous sister? Come with me to bless this twain, that they may prosperous be and honored in their issue. Honor, riches, marriage, blessings, long continuance, and increasing, hourly joys be still
rains her blessings upon you. Birds increase, boys and plenty, farms and gardens never empty, vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burden blowing. Spring comes to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest, scarcity and want shall shun you. Ceres' blessing so is on you.
This is a most majestic vision, and harmoniously charmingly. Am I bold to think that these be spirits?
Spirits, which by mine art I have from their confines called to enact my present fancies.
Let me live here ever. Such a wonder father and a wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet sir, silence. Juno and Ceres whisper seriously. There's still more to do. Hush and be mute, or else our spell is marred.
You nymphs, called naiads of the windering brook, with your sedged crowns and ever harmless looks, leave your crisp channels and on this green land answer your summons. Juno does command. Come, temperate nymphs, and help to celebrate a contract of true love. Be not too late. And these fresh nymphs encounter everyone in country footing.
I almost forgot. Foul conspiracy of these Caliban, these confederates against my life. They did it their Paul's cup. Well done! A boy! No more!
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with anger so distempered.
You do look, my son, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Be cheerful, sir. Our revels now are ended. These our actors, as I foretold, are all but spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. As the baseless fabric of this vision shall dissolve, this insubstantial pageant faded, leave not a wreck behind. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with sleep. Sir, my old brain is troubled. Be not disturbed with my infirmity. If it please you, retire into my cell, and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind.
With your peace.
Come with a thought, I thank thee, Ariel. Come!
Thy thoughts I cleave to. What's thy pleasure?
Spirit, we must prepare to meet with Caliban.
Aye, my commander, I thought to have told thee of it, but I feared lest I might anger thee.
Say again, where didst thou leave these varlets?
I told you, sir, they were red hot with drinking, so I charmed their ears, that calf-like they my lowing followed through toothed briars, sharp furzes, pricking goss and thorns, which entered their frail shins. At last, I left them in the filthy metaled pool beyond your cell, there, dancing up to the chins that the foul lake o'erstunk their fate.
This was well done, my bird. Thy shape invisible retain thou still. The trumpery in my house, come bring it hither, for stale to catch these thieves.
I go.
A devil on whose nature nurture could never stick, on whom my pains, humanely taken all lost, quite lost. And as with age his body uglier grows, so his mind cankers. I will plague them all, even to roaring. Yeah. Come, hang them on this line.
Pray you tread soft, that the blind mole may not hear a footfall. We are now near his cell.
Monster, your fairy, which you say is a harmless fairy, has done little better than played the jack with us.
Monster, I do smell all horse piss, at which my nose is in great indignation.
So is mine. Do you hear, monster? Should I take a displeasure against you, look you.
Thou art but a lost monster.
Good, my lady, give me thy favor still. Be patient, for the prize I shall bring you to shall hoodwink this mischance. Therefore, no noise, all's hushed as midnight yet.
Aye, but to lose our bottles in the pool.
There is not only disgrace and dishonor in that monster, but infinite loss.
That's more to me than my wetting. Yet this is your harmless fairy monster.
I'll fetch off my bottle, though I be o'er ears for my labor.
Prithee, my queen, be quiet. Seest thou there? This is the mouth of his cell. No noise, and enter and do that good mischief, which may make this island thy own forever, and I thy Caliban, for I thy footlicker.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Oh, Queen Stephanie! Oh, Peter, oh, worry, Stephanie! Look what a wardrobe here is for thee!
Let alone is but trash.
Oh, ho, monster. We do know what belongs to frippery.
Oh, Queen Stephanie!
Oh, put off that gown, Trinculo. By this hand, I'll have that gown.
What do you mean to don't on such luggage? Let it alone and do the murder first. For if he shall wake from toe to crown, he shall fill our skin with pinches, make us strange stuff.
Be quiet, monster. Mistress Line! Is not this my jerkin?
Do. We steal by line and level, and like your grace.
I thank thee for that jest. Here is a garment for it, which shall not go unrewarded while I am queen of this country. Here's another garment for it.
Oh, monster, come put some lime upon your fingers, and away with the rest.
I'll have none on it. If he shall wake, we shall be turned to barnacles or apes with foreheads villainous low.
Monster! Lay to your fingers how to bear this way where my hogshead of wine is, or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go to! Carry this.
Oh, and this.
Oh! Aye, and this.
Go chase them, my goblins, and grind up their joints dry convulsions, shorten up their sinews with aged cracks, and let them be hunted soundly.
Now at this hour lie at my mercy all of mine enemies, and shortly shall all my labor cease.
And thou shalt have the air of freedom, but for a little follow, and do me service.
Now does my project gather to a head. My charms crack not, my spirits obey, and time goes upright with his carriage.
How's the day?
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work should cease.
I did say so when first I raised the Tempest.
Say, my spirit, how fares the king and his followers?
Confined together in the same fashion as you gave in charge, just as you left them. All prisoners, sir, in the lime grove which weather pens yourself. They cannot budge till your release. The king, his sister, and your brother abide, all three distracted, and the remainder mourning over them, brimful of sorrow and dismay. But chiefly she that you termed that good old lady Gonzala, her tears run down her chin like winter's drops from eaves of reeds.
yes. Your charm so strongly works that if you now beheld them, your affections would become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
And mine shall. Hast thou, which art but e'er a touch, feeling of their afflictions, shall not myself, one of their kind, that relish all as sharply, passionately as they, be kindlier moved than thou art? And with their high wrongs I am struck to the quick, yet with my nobler reason gatest my fury do I now take part. Rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. They being penitent, the sole drift of my purposes shall extend not a frown further. Go, release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
Friendly music, which even now I do, to work mine ends upon their senses, that this airy charm is for. I'll quell my staff, and deeper than did ever plummet sound, I'll drown my book. Solemn air, and the best comforter to an unsettled fancy cure thy brains. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses do begin to chase the ignorant fumes that did mantle their clearer reason. O good Gonzala, my true preserver, and a loyal lady to him thou followest, I shall repay thy graces home in word and deed. Most cruelly didst thou, Alonso, use me and my daughter. Thy sister was a furtherer in this act. Flesh and blood, you, brother mine, who entertainedst ambition, expelled remorse in nature, who with Sabrina would here have killed your king. I do forgive thee, unnatural though thou art. Their understanding begins to swell. Not one of them that now looks on me would know me, Ariel. Fetch the hat and rapier in my cell. I will discase me and myself present as I was some time Milan. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. There's my dainty Ariel. I shall miss thee. Thou shalt have the air and freedom. So to the king's ship, invisible as thou art. There shalt thou find the mariners asleep beneath the hatches, the master and the boatswain being awake. Enforce them to this place, and presently I prithee.
I drink the air before me, and return ere your pulse twice beat.
All torment, trouble, wonder, and amazement inhabit here. Some heavenly power guide us from this fearful country.
Behold, Sir King, the wronged Duke of Milan, Prospero. For more assurance that a living prince does now speak to thee, I embrace thy body. And to thee and thy company I bid a hearty welcome.
Whether thou beest he or no, or some enchanted trifle to abuse me, as late I have been, I not know. Thy pulse beats as of flesh and blood, and since I saw thee, the affliction of my mind amends, with which I fear a madness held me. Thy dukedom I resign, and do entreat thou pardon me my wrongs. But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thine age, whose honor cannot be measured or confined.
Whether this be or not be, I'll not swear.
You do yet taste some subtleties of the isle that will not let you believe things certain. Welcome, my friends, all. But you, my lord and lady, were I so minded, I could here pluck his highness's frown upon you, and justify you traitors. At this time I will tell no tales.
The devil speaks in him.
No. For you, most wicked sir, whom to call brother would even infect my mouth, I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which perforce I know thou must restore.
If thou beest Prospero, give us particulars of thy preservation. How hast thou met us here, who 3 hours since were wrecked upon this shore, where I have lost my dear son Ferdinand?
I am woe for it, sir.
Irreparable is the loss, and patience says it is past her cure.
I rather think you have not sought her help, of whose soft grace, for the like loss, I have her sovereign aid, and rest myself content.
You the like loss.
As great to me as late, for I have lost my daughter.
A daughter. Oh, heavens, that they were living, both in Naples, the king and queen there. That they were. I wish myself were mudded in that oozy bed where my son lies. When did you lose your daughter?
In the last Tempest. I perceive these lords at this encounter do so much admire that they devour their reason and scarce think their eyes do offices of truth. But know for certain that I am Prospero, and that same duke which was thrust forth from Milan, who strangely upon this shore where thou wast wrecked was landed to be the lord on it. No more yet of this. But 'tis a chronicle of day by day, not a relation befitting at the first meeting. Welcome, sir. This sells my court. Here have I few attendants and subjects none abroad. I pray you, look in. My dukedom, since you have restored to me, I will requite you with as good a thing, or at least bring forth a vision to content ye as much as me, my dukedom.
Sweet lord, you play me false.
My dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should wrangle, and I would call it fair play.
If this prove a vision of the island, one dear son shall I twice lose.
A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful. I have cursed them without cause.
Now all the blessings of a glad father compass thee about. Arise and say how thou camest here.
I wonder, how many goodly creatures are there here? How beauteous mankind is! Oh, brave new world that has such people in
'Tis new to thee.
What is this maid with whom thou wast at play? Your eldest acquaintance cannot be 3 hours. Is she the goddess that hath severed us and brought us thus together?
She is mortal, sir, but by mortal providence she's mine. I chose her when I could not ask my father for his advice, nor thought I had one. She is daughter to this famous Duke of Milan, of whom I have heard so much renown, but never saw before, of whom I have received a second life. And second father, this lady makes him to me.
I am hers, but oh, how oddly it will sound that I must ask my child for forgiveness.
There, stop, sir. Let us not burthen our remembrance with a heaviness that's gone.
Look down, you gods, and on this couple drop a blessed crown.
I say, Amen, Gonzala. Give me your hands. Let grief and sorrow still embrace his heart that doth not wish you joy.
Be it so. Amen. Look, sir, look, here are more of us. I swore, if there were a gallows on land, this woman would not drown. Now, blasphemy, that swearest grace o'erboard, no oath on shore, hast thou no mouth by land? What is the news?
Oh, the best news! We've safely found our king and company. And the next, our ship, though but 3 glasses since we gave out split, is now tight in yar and bravely rigged as when we first set out to sea. Sir, all this service have I done since I went.
My tricky spirit.
These are not natural events. They strengthen from strange to stranger. And say, How came you hither?
We were all dead of sleep, and how we know not, clapped under hatches, when such strange and several noises of roaring and shrieking and howling and jangling of chains and all diversity of sounds, all horrible, we were awakened. But we, all trimmed in her, all in her trim, bravely held our good and gallant royal ship. Our master capering to eye her, so please you. And then, as if in a dream, we were separated from her and brought moping hither.
Was't well done?
Bravely, my diligence. Thou shalt be free.
This is as strange a maze as man ever trod. And there is, in this business, more than nature was ever conduct of. Some oracle must rectify our knowledge.
Sir, my liege, do not infest your brain with beating on the strangeness of this business. At picked leisure, which shall be shortly, I shall endeavor to resolve all, which to you shall seem probable of every these happened accidents. Till when, be cheerful, and think of each thing well. Come hither, spirit. Release Caliban. Untie the spell. How fares your noble sir? There are yet missing some odd companions of yours that you remember not.
Every man shit for all the rest, and let no man take care of himself. For all is but fortune. Coraggio, bully monster, coraggio.
If these spies in my head be true, here's a goodly sight.
Peace be. Brave spirits indeed. How fine my master is. I'm afraid he will chastise me.
What things are these, my lord Antonio? Will money buy 'em?
Very like. One of them is a plain fish, and no doubt, marketable. Mark but the badges of these men, my lord, and say if they be true. These three have robbed me, and this demi-devil, for he's a bastard one, have plotted with them to take my life. Two of these scoundrels you must know and own. This thing of darkness, acknowledge mine.
I shall be pinched to death.
Is not this Stephanie, my drunken maid?
She is drunk now. Where'd she want?
And Trinculo is reeling ripe. Where should they find this grand liquor that hath yielded them? How camest thou in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle since I saw you last. I fear me will never out my bones.
Why, how now, Stephanie?
Touch me not. I am not Stephanie, but a cramp.
But you'll be queen of the isle, madam.
I should have been a sore one then.
This is as curious a man as I ever looked on.
He is as disproportioned in his manners as in his soul. Sirrah, go unto my cell, and take with you your companions. As you seek to have my pardon, trim it handsomely.
Aye, that I will, and be wise and seek for grace hereafter. What a thrice doubled ass was I to take this drunkard for a goddess and worship this dull fool.
Hence, and bestow your luggage where you found it!
Or stole it, rather.
Sir, I invite your highness and your train to my poor cell, where you shall take your rest for this one night, part of which I'll waste with such discourses as, I doubt not, shall make it go quick away. The story of my life and the particular accidents gone by since I came to this isle. And in the morn, I'll bring you to your ship, and thence to Naples, where I have hoped to see the nuptials of these our dear beloved solemnized. Thence, retire me to my Milan, where every third thought shall be my grave.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must take the ear strangely.
I shall deliver all, and promise you calm seas, auspicious gales, and sails so expeditious it shall catch your royal fleet far off. Ariel, ship. That is thy charge. And then to the elements be free, and fare thou well. Please you, draw near. Well, now my charms are o'erthrown, and what strength I have's mine own, which is most faint. Now, 'tis true that I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples, but let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and pardon these deceivers dwell in this spare island by your spell, but release me from my bands, with the help of your good hands. Gently shall your breaths my sails all fill, or else my project fails, which was to please. And now I want spirits to enforce, art to enchant. And my ending, it shall be despair, unless I be relieved by prayer, which pierces so that it assaults mercy itself and frees all faults. As you from crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set me free.
So it's very good. The ship house. You can create it.
I've left the Tempest with the tribe of Hackensack.
That's what I said at the time. I think at this point, maybe I will.